They're smart, they're courageous, and they survive. Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 final girls in the Friday the 13th franchise. For this list, we're looking at those girls who, despite all the odds, somehow managed to escape or survive in the end. The slasher genre features many unique killers and settings, but one trope that tends to hold true for almost all of them is the final girl. In fact, the Friday the 13th franchise is perhaps one of the best examples of girl power prevailing. Warning though, potential spoilers. Number 10, Whitney Miller, Friday the 13th. Almost as popular as the final girl trope in horror is the reboot, and Friday the 13th hit both with this 2009 entry. Amanda Righetti plays Whitney, a young woman who's been missing for several weeks after going on vacation with her boyfriend and a group of friends near Crystal Lake. Her brother Clay sets out to find her and discovers that she's been held captive by Jason after he killed all of her friends. Clay rescues Whitney, but they find themselves being hunted down by Jason. In the end, Whitney's able to use her quick wit and insight into Jason in order to save not only herself, but also her brother.
Jason! It's okay. We can stop now.
Or does she? Depending on how one interprets the ending, Whitney might not be a final girl after all. Number 9, Pam Roberts, Friday the 13th, A New Beginning. While most of the final girls in this franchise are teenagers who, in search of a good time, just happen to find a machete-wielding killer, Pam's character is just a bit different.
Tommy Jarvis? Hi, my name is Pam Roberts. I'm the assistant director. I'm glad you're here.
In her attempts to help Tommy, one of Jason's recurring targets, she has a run-in with the masked murderer and must fight to survive.
Help us!
She protects herself, Tommy, and Reggie by wielding a chainsaw and fighting back against the lumbering killer. She may have fought off a Jason imposter, you gotta love a woman that proves that girl power and power tools are a perfect match. Number 8, Jessica Kimball, Jason Goes to Hell, The Final Friday. While many would like to forget this entry in the franchise, it's still hard to deny that Jessica is an awesome final girl.
He's coming for you, Diana, and your daughter.
In this sequel, an unexpected branch in the Voorhees family tree is discovered as Jason seeks out one of his last remaining blood relatives in a quest to be reborn.
Only through a Voorhees can he be reborn, and only a Voorhees can kill him.
As the only person who can stop the bloodshed and madness, in order to protect herself as well as her baby, Jessica steps up and goes head-to-head with her Uncle Jason. She delivers a dagger blow that sends him into hell for eternity, or until the next sequel. Number 7, Megan Garris, Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. It seems like hanging out with Tommy Jarvis is a surefire way for a girl to find herself battling Jason to the bitter end, as Megan found out.
I'm the parent, and you're the child. That's right.
But when are you going to stop treating me like one?
When you stop acting like one. Tommy Jarvis is a very sick boy.
Oh, how do you know, Dad? What'd you do, take his temperature?
Better watch the smart-mouthing young lady.
After meeting Tommy, she finds herself drawn to him and believes him that Jason has been resurrected from the dead. She helps bust him out of jail, despite her father being the one that locked him up.
Let him out of there, Rick.
Megan, don't clown around.
I'm not the one with the funny red nose. Now open the cell and let him out.
Jason soon starts up his rampage and kills many of Megan's friends, as well as her father. In the end, she overcomes all of her personal loss to team up with Tommy to stop Jason, and succeeds in chaining him to the bottom of Crystal Lake. Number 6, Patricia Trish Jarvis, Friday the 13th, The Final Chapter. A relaxing vacation at the lake never goes as planned in this film series, as the 4th installment in the franchise amply demonstrates. When a group of teens arrives for some fun, it's only a matter of time before Jason makes short work of them. Local girl Trish Jarvis, who is sweet and innocent, finds herself coming face to face with Jason. Trish is very devoted to her family, making it even more emotional when her mother is also murdered. Trish then puts her all into protecting her little brother Tommy, placing herself at great risk to save him from Jason's reign of carnage. Number 5. Tina Shepard, Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Sometimes, a final girl has to use all of her resources to win the day, and it helps when one of those is telekinesis. In the case of Tina, she utilizes a power she's come to resent possessing to help her defeat Jason. Tina is a final girl with a tragic backstory. As a child, she accidentally drowned her father at Crystal Lake with her then undiscovered telekinetic powers, after witnessing him abusing her mother.
Go away! I hate you! I wish you were dead!
After being brought back to the place of her father's death by her doctor, Tina's power unintentionally brings Jason back to the surface and back to killing. She uses all of her skills to stop Jason and put her tragic past behind her. Number 4. Olivia Rowan LaFontaine, Jason X. Rowan has the privilege of surviving Jason twice, although the first time she is technically stabbed and likely would not have survived if not for cryogenics and advanced scientific discoveries. Confused yet?
Easy, easy.
Don't worry, all you need to know is that she is the savvy and brave final girl in the 10th entry of the Friday the 13th franchise. Rowan speaks her mind, telling those on the spaceship of the dangers awaiting them with Jason being on board.
He is an unstoppable killing machine. He's not dead.
Believe me, he's definitely dead.
Show me.
However, some do not listen until it's too late, forcing her to step in to help the others escape a bionic Jason.
You've got to be kidding me. Brodsky.
Number 3. Alice Hardy, Friday the 13th. No Friday franchise list would be complete without a strong nod to the final girl who started it all, Alice Hardy. After all of her fellow counselors disappear one by one, Alice ventures out to find help, only to run into a seemingly innocent older woman who offers assistance. She soon discovers that Mrs. Voorhees is not at all what she appears, and is forced to fight for her life against a mother gone mad.
His name was Jason. I was working the day that it happened, preparing meals. Here, I was the cook. Jason should have been watched every minute. He wasn't a very good swimmer.
Despite her sweet nature and overall innocence, Alice manages to muster her courage and defeats the original Camp Blood killer by decapitation. Her potential encounter with Jason is, shall we say, open to interpretation. Number 2. Christine Chris Higgins, Friday the 13th, Part 3. Escaping Jason once makes an amazing final girl. Escaping him twice? Well, that makes an epic one. Chris Higgins escapes Jason's grasp once before at Crystal Lake, and she lived to tell the tale, or what she remembered of it.
Look, you guys, I want you to have a good time this weekend. What happened to me at the lake happened a long time ago. I'm fine, really, okay?
Several years later, she returns to the woods with a group of friends, only to encounter a horror from her past. Chris literally comes face to face with Jason, the disfigured man from her previous attack, and upon making this realization, she fights back even harder. She faces down Jason several times and in the end delivers an axe to his head, ending the terror for the time being. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Ginny Field, Friday the 13th, Part 2.
Give your mom
the most memorable and iconic moments in Friday the 13th franchise history comes at the hands of our number 1 pick. Few can overlook the moment when Ginny stumbles across Jason's altar to his mother, including her decapitated head. And no one could forget what followed, when, in order to save her friends and stop Jason, Ginny dons his mother's sweater and calls for Jason to be her good boy, stopping him in his tracks.
It's a good boy. Good Jason.
Her quick thinking, bravery, and bold fashion choice served to make her a final girl that truly set the standard of survival. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.